Da, 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 da. Zico Stappen. Da, 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 da. Zico Stappen. Evening guys, welcome back once again. This is obviously Aero League Racing's Gt7 Championship Season 17. This is the final round, so we're out at Le Mans this evening, Circuit de la South. Obviously the spiritual home ground of endurance racing. Zico sewed up the Drivers' Championship last week, and I think himself and his teammate Yannick have also managed to sew up the Constructors. But it's still very close in the standings. So obviously Zico sewed it up last week. He's currently on 236 points. Javi 44 points behind him now with 192. Then we've got Yannick in third place. Maybe able to overtake Javi if he doesn't show again this week with 170 points. Kep in fourth currently with 136. We have Capel in fifth with 131. BX Royal up to sixth now with 105. Slim is in seventh with 102. Then we have Alessandro in eighth with 93. Racing Green is in ninth with 92. We got Tintin in 10th with 62. Sam's in 11th with 57. We have Carter in 12th with 56. Senior Fak in 13th with 49. Dino in 14th with 26. Badabig in 15th with 26 also, as is Viking Dog in 16th with 26 points. Then we've got Rukas in 17th with 24 points. Tim Gren is in 18th with 17 points. Then we've got Ray in 19th with 11. And Los Blanco fill in that 20th slot with 3 points. So the GTR lads have in fact run away with it. They're currently top of the standings in the manufacturers with 406 points. Ferrari only on 294. The Lamborghini Huracan on 162 points. Ford GT in fourth with 150. Audi R8 in fifth with the 142 points. The Citroen in sixth currently with 118. Aston Martin V12 Vantage in 7th with 108. We have the AMG 20 in 8th position with 88 points. The McLaren 650S in 9th with 73. Tied with a BMW M6 in 9th with 73. And Honda NSX currently in 11th with 0 points. Evening Alessandro, welcome along buddy. Hope you're doing good. So how many drivers do we have? We've currently got 9 drivers on track, so we're still waiting for a few this evening. I haven't had any messages to say that we're down on drivers, so you would hope for a full grid going into the final race of the season, or the final 2 races of the season, the final round of the season.
Want to race with us? XD.
Alessandro, I would, mate, but as you can imagine, commentating whilst you're racing, it doesn't really. I'll probably be more commentating on myself and trying to, do you know what I mean, trying to go for moves and stuff. But I will definitely at one point I will pop on track with you guys. I need to try and get my eye in again, obviously, because I haven't driven on GT for so long, and I always find it hard to switch my brain between open wheel and GT cars. Like, it's as you probably know, it's a very different style of driving. I used to be able to do the ACC GT thing because obviously both GT cars, but yeah, when you step into an open wheel, it's a lot. Well, as you know, it's a lot faster, a lot later braking. So is this it? We only got 9 drivers going into the final round. That's a shocking turnout for turn 1.
Yeah, definitely.
Shame on the guys that haven't turned up. You're gonna all be walking around whipping your backs with the shame stick. Shame. I digress. Anyway, coming into the final round, we have got BX Royal in the Aston Martin. He's leading the field through their first outlap. So we've got Zico in the GTR. Kellen, what is Kellen in? Kellen is in the NSX. So picking up some points for the NSX maybe this evening. Zico in the first of the 2 GTRs. We've got Yannick there in the sister car. Alessandro in the 4 GT. Carter in the McLaren 650S. We have Tintin in the Mercedes AMG 2020 edition. Sam in the sister 4 GT there. And Capel in the Audi R8. I'm sure we're still going to have some good battles on track this evening. But then, to be fair, after the initial first phase, once everybody starts to lose a slipstream, it can be quite hard to get back into that groove and the gaps start to form. I imagine the sprint race is still going to be quite exciting, but come the feature could end up becoming a bit of a race of attrition. I don't think we're going to see too many moves being made after the first few laps. But you never know. You never know what can happen around Le Mans, or Lemons as it's affectionately known. If the heavens open up, which is looking very cloudy at the moment, we've not had any weather reports in. Hang on, what's that? Oh yeah, so they're saying the weather could potentially be inbound. You see it is quite murky out there at the moment. Obviously this is only qualifying as well. Be interesting to see how many laps we get to do in this qualifying session. Normally only 10 minutes, so perhaps it's been extended to 15 to allow the guys to get more than one flying lap in. But we'll have to wait and see. So BX currently at the front of the pack in free air there. He's in some nice clean air. Kellen not giving anyone the toe at the moment. Zico looking a little bit squirrely there on the exit. I think he got a bit too much curb, but obviously still on his outlap, so it's not going to hamper him too much. He's actually turned his teammate along at the moment, so maybe these two are going to work together. Bit of a bump draft maybe from Yannick, or vice versa. Alessandro looking like he's trying to get into that suck zone. He's not far off it. We've got Carter at the moment pulling Tintin along, but Tintin's going to drop off the back of him once he serves that penalty. He's got 1.5 seconds. It must be for track limits somewhere, but he didn't quite see where it was. So we're actually going to see where the penalty line is. I think it's after this corner, isn't it? Yeah, so we come out of this corner onto what would be sort of the back straight. And there he goes. Yeah, he's going to slow down. Obviously still only on his outlap, so all is not lost. On a bit of a drag race coming with Capel. Capel will slot in ahead of him. Sam obviously shuffling up the order somewhat. So as we go on board with BX, he should be coming through the final sector now, through the final chicane, through the bus stop. It's very wide through there. Perhaps they let him get away with that. He's not picked up a penalty. He had all 4 wheels over the line. Definitely all 4 wheels over the white line, so perhaps you can run it wide there and get away with it. Very nicely there through the final bus stop. And he comes out to start his first flying lap. I think the Aston's going to be pretty good around here. It's got a good top end. And in the hands of BX, who knows what sort of time he can put on the table. If they only get a chance for 1 flying lap, in fact, I think they'll get a chance for 2, won't they? But I have to stay out on the same set of tyres. So it's going to be fundamentally almost a one-shot for this quali if we stick to the 10 minutes of qualifying. As I say, maybe it's been extended. Obviously, being Circuit de la Sarthe is the longest track on the calendar. Aside from the Nordschleife, which is obviously huge, and around 7, 8 minutes a lap. In a GT car. So yeah, BX looking like he's getting about 162, 163 top end. He'll be getting more of that, or more than that, I would imagine, in the slip. I think Carter, with that 6 gears, if he, with 7 gears, sorry, if he can get into that 7th gear, that McLaren should just keep accelerating. He's actually, yeah, he's up to 162, 63, so I think, yeah, I think the McLaren is going to be a little bit of a secret weapon. So the GTR's opting now to try and get some free air. They've dropped all the way to the back of the pack, let the rest of the field through, maybe to see what they're dealing with here. Zuko currently holding half a second's penalty, so he would surely move behind Yannick now. BX coming through a very tricky sector now. This is sort of downhill into a sharp braking zone to a left-hander, almost 90 degree. This one here can be all too easy to drift out onto the gravel there. You just saw BX actually kicking a little bit, as did Kellen, followed his line. They didn't slow him down to... Oh, no, BX! No, BX! He's going to ride that lap off. He's into the barrier. Little lapse of concentration there, I think, for BX. Or maybe his wheel's disconnected. I'm not too sure what's happened there. He looks like he's a bit of a sitting duck. He's got damage, heavy damage on that car. So Kellen will be the first person to come through and set a time on the board. He was lucky not to get caught up in that. He obviously had his wits about him. He must have seen it unfold ahead of him and managed to take a wide enough line as to avoid BX. Almost sliding it through that last left-hander. Looks a little bit skittish out there, does the Honda NSX. Oh, and again, yeah, very slidey through the bus stop. This one's soft as well, so... Oh no, Kellen picks up a penalty right at the last minute. So it's going to be Alessandro. And Alessandro makes it a 3 minutes 59.5. His teammate only 900ths off of him. Carter 3/10 off of Sam with a 4 minutes 7.71. Tintin with a 4 minute 2. BX 4 minutes 27. That's not going to be enough. He's going to drop down the order. But the other guys behind him still yet to put in a lap. So the fastest guy at the moment in the 4GT, yeah, I think the 4GT as well is going to be very good along the straights. We're going to stay on board with Alessandro just for a minute, just to see what sort of top speed he will get before that first chicane. And that corner there as well, very easy to run it too deep or too wide and pick up a penalty, but he got it just nicely through there. He set a purple sector through the first sector as well. So this is it, this is what we want to see as he comes down to this first hard braking zone on the front straight. $172 miles an hour, 173, oh my god. Yeah, so the 4GTs are going to be hard to pass along the straights. Setting a purple sector once again. Got his teammate not far behind him as well. If Sam can pick up that slip, I think Sam's carrying the penalty, he is. That's unlucky for Sam. If Sam could have picked up the slipstream off of his teammate up ahead, he may have been able to creep ever closer to that 3 minutes 59.5 that Alessandro is currently on. So it could be a good outing this evening for the 4GT boys, if this is how qualifying ends. Oh, and this is the final lap. So Alessandro still on a fast lap at the moment. Sam is unfortunately going to have to write this one off. Carter looks like he may be improving. We'll stay on board for just a second just to see what it's looking like through the next split. Oh, and he's actually 1/10 down. He can make that up, but he is 1/10 down. So Yannick currently only good enough for 4th. 4 minutes 1:176 on the board for Yannick. Is he up? He's actually 2/10 down. Zico, where's Zico? Was Zico up? Zico 4 minutes 4:376. Oh, this is tense indeed. Kellen with another penalty. That means he's going to be starting from the back. Alessandro grabbing up too much gravel there. He didn't want to do that. He's only a couple of hundredths down at the moment. Can he make it up through this final couple of sectors? I'm sure he can. You can see his teammates' penalty bar filling up in the background now. He comes right off the racing line. Carter's actually followed him. I think he's trying to pick up the slipstream. I think Carter could be on for improving. He was a 10th down, wasn't he, when we last checked in? But you never know. Alessandro only just a couple of hundredths down through that last sector. And he's actually a 10th down through this one. He's only got the final sector left to go. Is it going to be enough to keep that pole position? He's looking good for it at the moment. So Alessandro still currently provisional pole. Is he going to be able to improve? I don't think he is. He's actually down there. And Carter picks up a penalty at the end. That's going to write that lap off there. Will Tintin be able to improve? Tintin up to 5th place. BX up to 2nd. Yannick. Oh, Yannick still in 5th. Zico, no, Zico couldn't improve there. Capel up to 8th there for Capel. So your grid is going to be Alessandro on pole. Go on, Alessandro. BX manages to improve up to 2nd place. We'll have a quick rundown. I'd say BX improving up to 2nd place there. So Alessandro, the only person into the 3 minutes. So he's on the 3 minutes 59.5. BX there with 2nd place. Sam was starting 3rd. Carter in 4th. Yannick in 5th. Tintin in 6th, Kellen 7th, Capel in 8th, Zico in 9th. First pole of Monday's right. Oh, well done, GG's Alessandro. That's decent, mate. Yeah. I mean, I think the 4 GTs were always going to be pretty good around Le Mans, wasn't it? I think you touched on it at the start of the season. It's got very extreme top end, hasn't it? So it's going to be hard for the guys to get passes done. You would presume. I think BX is going to be able to maybe give you a run for the money in the Aston Martin, but we'll have to wait and see. So they are lining up on pole now. They're waiting for the lights. And we're off. This is the final sprint of the season 17. And there's lots of moves being made in the background there. Everybody getting some really good getaways. Tintin with a great start there. Yannick as well. Tintin trying to take 2nd place away from Alessandro. Alessandro getting shuffled down the order now. He's down to 4th place as Yannick goes around the outside. Getting very congested now into turn 1. Everybody seemingly getting through there unscathed. Oh no, Carter gets nudged out a little bit wide there. I'm not sure who that was. Somebody coming through the inside. So Alessandro now down to 4th place. We've got Tintin up to 2nd, being hounded by Yannick in 3rd place in the GTR. Alessandro now down to 4th. He's trying to hold off Sam. In fact, no, him and Sam probably working together. Good teammates there, the 4 GT boys. Keeping Zico behind now in 6th place. So Zico up 2 positions already, started in 9th. Up 3 positions. Capel there in 7th place. Carter now down to 8th. And Kellen in 9th. BX Royal now in the lead of the race in the Aston Martin. The Aston had a really good getaway, didn't it? As did the AMG of Tintin. The BX looking to try a break away from the pack now. As Alessandro up the inside. Tintin's going to hold the line though on the inside there for Tintin. He manages to keep the position for the meantime. Alessandro still there in 3rd place. And that 4 GT is a force to be reckoned with. Alessandro has already managed to get past Yannick. So Yannick had no defence for him. But we are seeing, we're seeing 4 GT followed by GTR, followed by 4 GT, followed by GTR. So maybe these 2 teams are actually opting to work together. Alessandro pulls out now along the inside. Is he going to get a move done before the turn, before the braking zone? I think he has. And he has. He's up into second place now for Alessandro. Tintin down to third. Tintin now has to deal with Yannick. Yannick all over his bumper. And Zico, no! Zico's picked up 1.5 seconds worth of penalties. That is going to kill his race. Surely in the sprint race, he's going to drop down the order. Surely into the clutches of Carter and Capel, I think there is. Oh, Kellen even in the background. But yeah, Capel's going to come past as well. Alessandro now back onto the leader. Almost. Oh, as BX actually kicks up the gravel there. He managed to get through there without hitting the wall this time. He has picked up half a second's penalty though. He needs to try and stretch that gap now because he's going to lose the lead to Alessandro. Alessandro actually having a battle now with Tintin. Tintin along the inside. Alessandro is going to have the outright pace though, isn't he, along the straights. And Tintin has had to slot back in behind for the meantime. He's surely not going to go for a move here into this left-hander, and he thinks better of it. Debra congested in the background. Who was that? Kellen? Was it Kellen? Was it Capel? Capel dropping down the order now. I think he missed his braking zone. So BX still in the lead of the race, but look at that, Alessandro only 3/10 off the back of him. Alessandro is coming fast, as is Sam. Sam looking for the move now on Tintin. Is he along the outside? Alessandro back up into the lead of the race. The outright pace of that 4GT is definitely going to be, it's going to be hard work for the rest of the field, isn't it? We saw BX making light work of it off the start, but as you get along the straights, that thing is just a powerhouse. And BX still only 3/10 off the back of him. Sam still nowhere to find his way past Tintin. He almost had the move done, but he's now back in the attention, or under the attention, of Yannick in 5th place in the GTR. They're coming up now to finish lap 1. It'll be the start of lap 2. Quick math. Oh, look at BX coming fast now. BX well and truly in the tow. Is he going to look for a move? He's looking around the outside now, trying to set up the inside line into turn 1. Yeah, he wasn't quite close enough for it. Alessandro defending. Oh no, Alessandro with a little twitch there. That's allowed BX to come back through. He's up into the lead of the race once again. Swapping positions like there is no tomorrow. What can BX do now? Can he try and break away once again? We saw he struggled to do so in the opening lap. And Tintin also well onto the back of Alessandro once again. But you're gonna see Alessandro just pull away in a minute. That thing is just, yeah. It's a bit OP, isn't it, along the straights? But it's looking good. But in fact, yeah, Tintin, he's not going to be able to pull past him, but he's going to be aided by that slipstream. BX holding the inside line now. Tintin is going to have a look around the outside. I think he's got the overspeed. BX though, BX brakes later. Oh, he manages to keep the position. Tintin still in 3rd place there. That was a great effort though by Tintin. I thought he was going to get a move done, but BX just better on the brakes there. So Tintin has to stay in 3rd place for the meantime. Sam still under the attention of Yannick. Look how close Yannick is. Just, again, doesn't have the pace to be able to get the pass done, but he's getting well and truly pulled along at the moment. Sam having a really good drive here at the moment as well. Absolutely incredible stuff. As Alessandro back up into 1st place. That's where we saw him get the move done before. It's just too much along the straights, isn't it? 166, 167, 68 before he has to brake for this one. Oof, so close between these two. Tintin almost gets it out of shape there. Gets a little bit squirrely in the background. So Yannick there in 4th, Sam now in 5th. Carter picks up a second's worth penalty. That's going to drop him behind Zico. Zico up to 7th now. You can see the battle unfolding up ahead. He's just biding his time at the moment. He's trying to be patient, is Zico. Sam pulls over to the inside, showing Carter the long way round. Oh, it looked like there was almost a little bit of contact there between the two, but no, they get through there nicely. And Zico's going to get 6th position for free. Carter stays on the left. Oh, almost collects Kellen. Carter now down to 8th place. That's unlucky, Carter. Get your head back in the game, mate. Obviously, early doors, isn't it? Still 2 laps to go. 2 and change. Capel 4.8, 4.9 seconds off of the back of them now. So Alessandro having the drive of his life at the moment. They're managing to keep BX at bay, but BX is looking very, very fast indeed, isn't he? Very bitey in the Aston Martin V12 Vantage. And he just seems to gain, doesn't he, through the bus stops. I think that's where the 4GT, that's like the 4GT's Achilles heel, that final sector. So BX is going to try and set up the move once again into turn 1. See if Alessandro can cover him off this time, and he does. That was great defensive driving there from Alessandro. Just doesn't allow the window of opportunity for BX to be able to slide that Aston Martin through. BX really putting the pressure on now though, isn't he? He's actually 5/10ths up through the first sector. But you would presume Alessandro is also up through the first sector. Alessandro with the fastest lap on the board at the moment. 3 minute 59.5. As Tintin looking for the move now. Up the inside this time on BX, and he slots ahead with ease. So I thought that Aston Martin was going to get more along the straights in the slipstream, but it's actually still only getting around 172, 173. Meanwhile, Alessandro still with that clean air ahead of him, starting to try and stretch his legs a little bit now. 6/10 is the gap. He's still giving the toe at the moment to Tintin. He's trying to break that toe. But Tintin now with BX all over the back of him. Will BX try and set up a move into this next chicane? Not quite close enough on that occasion. He's got a bit of a fight on his hands though now, has BX. Yannick's actually dropped off the back of him as well though. Yannick now 2.6 seconds. Still in 4th. But he was up there, wasn't he? Trying to challenge for the top, well, trying to challenge the top 3. Super close between these 3 guys indeed now. Tintin pulls out to have a look around the outside on Alessandro. Alessandro will surely keep the position for the minute, will he? With the outright speed of that 4GT, but no! Tintin and BX managed to get past. Oh, Tintin just got it all wrong. That's allowed BX back through, and Alessandro. But no, Alessandro on the outside now. Well, that was a great bit of driving from them 3. That was just unlucky there. Just a tiny moment from Tintin. Just allow BX to slip back through, and Alessandro momentarily. But Alessandro will surely be able to get back past that AMG in a matter of minutes. If he doesn't get it done before the end of the lap, it will surely come along the straight. Straights. There's 2. But BX back up into first place. Come on, Alessandro. You got this, dude. We'll come back to them too. Try not to put them off. So Yannick doing really well at the moment. Still holding on to that 4th place. He's actually managing to close that gap down now as well. 1.4 seconds is the gap to Alessandro up ahead. We're into the final lap now. Sam still there in 5th place, holding off Zico in 6th. What can Zico do? Zico doesn't really have to do anything, to be fair. He is now your Tier 1 champion. He's just here for a bit of fun this week. Just a bit of an exhibition race. Carter now in 7th place. Kellen is there in 8th with Capel slowly gaining on him in 9th. The BX Royal has now managed to gap Tintin. Oh, in fact, no, it's coming down now. That gap is coming back down. The Aston Martin wasn't as good in the top end as I thought it was. The AMG is really starting to catch. Alessandro will surely do the same along the next straight as they're coming up to the first hard braking zone of the lap. And Tintin looking to take the lead of the race. BX holds it around the outside. That was some defensive driving there from BX. Just kept his boot in, didn't he? Absolutely cracking stuff as Alessandro sets another purple sector through the first sector. Second sector. Nobody close enough to go for a move, but look how much Alessandro's closed back up once again. He's going to be putting the pressure on, coming through the final stages of this lap. And this is definitely where the race is at the moment. These 3 drivers at the front, although we have got them 3 drivers in the background there, Yannick, Sam and Zico, all having a bit of a battle as well. Oh, BX with a brave move up the inside there. Oh my gosh. Was it Tintin trying to make a move happen, but BX managed to retake it up the inside. That was, yeah, crazy. What a crazy bit of driving. Sam has managed to move back ahead of Yannick. Up into 4th place for Sam. Trying to keep the 2 GTR at bay now. The 2 Godzillas. We're going to have to go back. Oh, ball with this is Tintin. He has managed to take the lead in the race once again, but it's now 3 wide. It's going to be 3 wide, is it? Not quite. Alessandro up into 2nd place, is he? He's got the better exit. He's got to chase Tintin now. Tintin trying to look for his first win of the race. Alessandro also looking for his first win of the season. Of Tier 1, I believe, for both of them as well. What can he do? But BX is trying to take that 2nd place away from Alessandro. 3rd place isn't enough, but Alessandro needs to be focused in on this guy up ahead in 1st place at the moment. Is he going to be able to get the move done on him? I don't know if he is. I think Tintin might have done just enough in the AMG, but Alessandro coming fast. Alessandro is closing. Oh, very tense indeed between the top 3 at the moment. Tintin looking like he may have done just enough as they come into the final couple of chicanes now, into the bus stop. Alessandro wanted to have a look, didn't he? Wasn't quite close enough. Oh, what an absolutely cracking race this was. And what a win there for Tintin. Alessandro 2nd, BX 3rd. Oh, the top 3, that was amazing. Zico 4th, Sam 5th, Yannick in 6th. Kellen in 7th, Capel in 8th, Carter comes through the final sector. He's going to finish in 9th, but can we just give it up for these guys? You could not predict the winner of that race. It could have gone any of the 3 ways there. It could have gone to either Tintin, BX or Alessandro. What an absolutely cracking battle that was. And what a finish there for Tintin and Alessandro. I think that's their best positions in the season. Or best finishes so far in the season. No, I think Alessandro won one, didn't he? I'm sure he's won one. GG's Tintin. So your final results, once again, if you didn't see it before, Tintin in first place, Alessandro finishes in second, BX in third, Zico fourth, Sam in fifth, Yannick in sixth, Killen in seventh, Capel in eighth, Carter in ninth. So going into this reverse top 9 grid, we've only got into this reverse 9 grid, we have Carter starting on pole. With Capel in second place, Kellen will start in third, Yannick in fourth, Sam will start in fifth, Zico in sixth, BX in seventh, Alessandro eighth, and Tintin will start at the back in ninth place. If you enjoyed that battle, spam the chat with F. Get Robot Lady going mental. No, nobody's doing it. Yeah, wow indeed.
China. Wrong.
So not had the lobby reset yet. Maybe why nobody's changed their tires as yet. There we go. So, oh, it looks like we've got clear skies coming into the feature race. Wait, what? No, I'm not racing. Not tonight. That was quite funny. I'll just be running about at the back though, standing. I used to be tier 1 pace in the league that I raced in, but I don't. I'm not sure our tier 1 and your tier 1 are on the same level. We did have some quick guys, but yeah, the guys in there are just some of the fastest guys I think I've seen. Obviously, we saw Mikhail Hazal as well. He was in the house at one point, so that shows how quick these guys are. He was there for the esports.
Super fun sprint.
Yeah, that was insane, Alessandro. You got to give yourself a pat on the back, mate. I thought you had that sewn up, but you did so well. Like really, really solid finish, solid podium finish as well. And to keep BX at bay, because yeah, BX is a rapid driver, isn't he? I think he's just hampered a little bit by the Aston, but he still managed to make it work. So yeah, GG's to BX as well. He's had a bit of a comeback season. But yeah, I think the GTRs, I think this is possibly one of their weakest tracks so far this season as well. They haven't really got the top end, have they? Doesn't seem like. Zico did well, didn't he, to come from all the way from 9th to finishing 4th at the end. Managed to take 4th away from Sam. It was unlucky, Sam. Zico currently out on the race in mediums. Will that be his first choice for the race? We'll have to wait and see. Be interesting to see how many laps this feature race is as well. I predict 9 or 10 laps. Maybe less. 7 or 8. Around 7 to 10 laps, we'll find out soon. It's around 40 minutes though, for those of you who may have only just joined us. Which I imagine everybody here is a returning viewer or a driver. Oh my god, what is with the camera? So, yeah. The camera guy is getting sacked once again. That's the view we need to go for, or go with. Oh no, we can see him now, we can see him coming around the corner. Cameraman, sort it out! There we go. So this is it, this is the feature race. We've got Carter lining up on pole with Capello in second and Kellen in third. The final klaxon of the season, they are off. Who was that in the background? Was that PX going into the pits? He's gone for a set of intermediates or something. He knows, what happened to BX? I was just trying to turn it into a challenge race. He's trying to do what Zico did, isn't it? See how far he could finish up the order after starting at the back. Carter looking to try and turn this one maybe into a win though. The McLaren is very good along the straights, isn't it? He's looking to try and get away already. He's managed to stretch the gap to 8 tenths, 9 tenths. He needs it to be around a second. There we go. He has managed to break that toe already. He is on the racing softs though, so he's going to be pitting before everyone else, you would presume. Capel behind in second place is on racing hards. Then we have Kellen on racing mediums in third place. Yannick on mediums in fourth. Sam on the hards in fifth. Zico there in sixth place on the mediums. What was Sam on? So yeah, Sam was on hards. Alessandro has also opted for hards. Tim. Well, welcome on board, buddy. Nice to have you on board, mate. And yeah, it's a shame, but you'll be here next season, wouldn't you? I think. So Alessandro there in 7th, Tintin in 8th on the mediums, and BX actually starting to catch them. No, he's not. He's actually dropping ever so slightly off the pack on the mediums. Carter needs to watch them track limits. So as I say that, he picks up a second's worth of penalty. I thought he'd run wide there, that's why I said it. And he did indeed run wide through that corner. That's cost him a second out of that 2.3 buffer that he now has over Yannick in second place. Who's that in the background? Capel with a half a second's penalty. That is going to drop him behind Zico. Zico's going to get a free position. There is Sam. Sam moves up the inside and takes fifth place away from Kellen. That was a good move there from Sam. Was he retaken fifth? Oh, definitely, buddy. So Zico now under the attention of Sam. All over the back of Capel as well, all up in his gearbox. Capel covers the inside. Zico now looking for the switchback. I think he might be able to get it done. On the run now to this right-hander. Oh, it's Sam. Sam was having a sneaky look up the inside there. He was trying to size up a move, but it wasn't to be. Capel will serve that half a second's penalty. That has allowed Zico up into third place now. Sam trying to get a move done as well. He's going to go around the outside now of Capel in the R8. And he's moved through with ease. Then we've got Tintin and Alessandro there. They were having an epic battle, weren't they, in the last race? Now having a battle once again. Alessandro moves ahead of Capel. Capel on the inside for this next corner. Is Tintin going to be able to go through around the outside? He does. That was a brave move there from Tintin, but he managed to make it stick. Capel now down to 7th. He's under the attention of Kellen. Kellen looking to try and get a move done in the NSX, really pushing Capel along now. I don't know if there's a little bit of a nudge. Capel looking to lose that position to BX as well. BX up the inside into the final chicane. Or the penultimate chicane. This is the final chicane. Oh, who was that? Tintin! No, Tintin! All the way down to 9th now for Tintin. He just got it a little bit wrong through that final sector, I think. Carter, look at how much that advantage has come down after serving that penalty. It was down to 9 tenths. He's managed to stretch it to a second once again, but Yannick has got them tyres warmed up now, hasn't he? And cars are going to be starting to feel a little bit old. Not quite second hand just yet. So it is in fact 10 laps. I said 9 to 10, didn't I, initially? So Zico 1.8 seconds off the back of his teammate now. He's just racking up them points, isn't he, Zico? Firmly cementing his championship status. Zico Stappen. Alessandro starting to try and creep onto the back of Zico. He's got 2.9 seconds he's working with. He's got his teammate there for company as well. 3 tenths off the back of him, Sam. Can they start working together? Try and break away from BX and Kellen behind him. Kellen looking very racy indeed as well in the background there in the NSX. Yeah, I think ideally Sam and Alessandro need to try and start working on the bump draft to break that toe behind to BX and Kellen. As we've seen how good BX is on the brakes, and it's just a matter of time before he tries to set up a move, as we see one almost come now. Oh, Sam getting slidey on the exit there. Come on, Sam, keep it together. He's managed to recompose himself, but BX is still well and truly on his rear bumper at the moment. Still picking up the toe off his teammate up ahead, but Sam looking a little bit uncomfortable under pressure at the moment. Oh, look how close that is now. He's almost pushing Sam along. Finally pulls out along the inside, but it's like hitting a brick wall once you pull out of that slipstream. Yeah, the 4 GT boys really need to start working together now. This is going to be a 4-way battle, a 3-way battle for 4th place in a minute. We've got Kellen there, not far behind as well. He's trying to turn. Oh, Sam gets a little bit deep on the brakes. That's allowed BX through now. Kellen looking to try and take the position away as well. Sam's going to have to go defensive into this next right-hander, and he does. He comes off the inside. There's no window there for Kellen to climb through. He's going to have to sit behind for the meantime. But BX... BX sees that opportunity. He's well and truly onto the back of Alessandro now. He's pulled out alongside. He's going to try and have a look around the outside. He's going to turn into the inside though for this next one. And he gets the move done. He keeps his boot in. Alessandro has to slot in behind. He has to concede the position. BX are looking like he's a bit of a man on the mission now. He's trying to catch up ahead to the top 3, which is Zico, Carter and Yannick. So Yannick has managed to take the lead now. Carter now down to 2nd place. He's opted to stay out for another lap on them racing softs. So the top 3 only separated by just under 2 seconds at the moment, 1.6 to be precise. Carter is 6 tenths off of Yannick at the moment. Can Yannick manage to break away along the straights? I don't think he can. I think that's going to I think that is where we're going to see another move come from Carter in the McLaren. I've just launched my cookies everywhere. God damn it. And as I say that, Carter is starting to creep up into that slipstream once again. He's actually just set a purple first sector. Be interesting to see what sort of sectors Zico behind is putting in as well. He has started to catch Carter. Letting his intentions be known. He was going to size up and move up the inside, it looked like, but not quite close enough as yet. He might be, though, coming onto this next part of the straight here. As we come into the next braking zone. What is Carter going to be able to do? He's going to have to go defensive, surely. Oh, he has. Zico tries to have a look around the outside. Carter's covered him off once again. Zico having to just maintain that patience. And to be fair, I think he knows as well. I think he knows that Carter, obviously on the softs, he will be going in to change them softs in the next lap or two. But he's going to go for a move now up the inside is Zico. And he is going to have the inside into this next right-hander. And he does get a move done. He is on to the back of his teammate. The two GTRs, first and second now. The McLaren of Carter down to third place, but he's still not out, not yet. There's only 4 attempts in it, still on the gearbox of Zico. Can he retake that second place, or can the GTRs work to try and pull away now? They're definitely going to be running for a longer than Carter on the softs, so they will get the overcut. Oh, is Carter up the inside? Doesn't quite manage to make it stick. And BX not far behind now in the background there. Only 3.3 seconds off the back of Carter, off the top three. Oh, he's got a penalty. BX has got a penalty. That's allowed Alessandro back through into fourth place. Alessandro now at 4.3 seconds to work with, up ahead to the top three. And Zico well and truly onto the bumper of his teammate now, Yannick. He's going to be pushing him along. I think coming into this final round as well, I'd be letting the two teammates battle. Being that Zico already has the championship sewn up, Yannick wants to try and take top points here because Javi isn't here, so he could take second place in the championship. And BX Royal with the fastest lap at the moment. Carter does finally go into the pits. And in fact, it looks like Zico not trying to look for the move at the moment, or he wasn't. Look how close it is between these two. This is, yeah, crazy stuff from these two drivers, the two GTR boys. You couldn't even fit a squeaky duck in between them. So yeah, it does actually look like Zico is just sitting behind at the moment, so I think he's trying to help his teammate now take that second place in the championship. That would be a cracking finish for the GTR boys. Alessandro currently sat pretty in third. He's not managing to close that gap to Zico, but he's keeping it consistent to BX behind in fourth place. BX currently with the fastest lap of 4 minutes 1:334. Tintin 1.7 seconds behind, still ahead of Kellen. Kellen's still unable to find a way past him in the NSX. He's actually picked up half a second's worth of penalty. That's going to bring him somewhat closer to Capel and Sam behind. I think Capel actually carrying a penalty at the moment as well. He is half a second as well for Capel, so that's going to drop him behind Sam. Kellen was trying to size up and move up the inside there, wasn't he? But it wasn't quite close enough as Capel almost gets out, shaking the background there. Got a little bit squirrely. Where is the penalty line? Well, I think we're coming up to the penalty line after this next couple of turns. So the two GTRs currently 3.9 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Alessandro's still there in third place. He's on the hard, so the GTRs are going to pit before Alessandro on the hard, you would presume. But, oh, that 4GT does drink a bit of fuel. So the order is still Yannick, followed by Zico, followed by Alessandro there in third place. BX has started to catch him now in fourth. BX on some fairly second-hand mediums now. We saw these two also having a mammoth battle in that sprint race. Is BS going to go for a move up the inside? We know how good he is on the brakes. He doesn't that time round. Then we've got Tintin now with half a second's penalty. That's going to drop him surely behind Kellen there. In sixth place, Kellen is going to make up a position if he manages to keep it clean through these next couple of corners. Otherwise, he's going to be also serving a penalty. Mercedes AMG Go. The Mercedes has got a really good top end, doesn't it? I think the NSX with slightly better corner exits. We're just staying on board with Kellen at the moment to see if he does. He will surely get past Tintin as Tintin serves that penalty. They were coming up to the line in the next couple of corners. Sam and Capel. Sam looks like he's under a bit of pressure now from Capel. Tintin has been unable to break away from Kellen, so he will surely drop down into 6th place and possibly... I think Capel actually too far behind at the moment to be able to catch Tintin, but here we go, Kellen is going to get a position. And he does move through with ease. Tintin moves back over to pick up the slipstream once again. Now he's back up to speed. Are we going to see a return move from Tintin? Possibly not through this sector. Very tricky, fast sector. The final one. That was Alessandro now into the pits. BX is up into 3rd place. Free to try and chase down the 2 GTRs now in 1st and 2nd. So 2 GTRs actually looking really good at the moment on fuel. It looks like Zico has managed to save a bit, just cruising behind his teammate. Is that going to mean that Zico will get the jump in the pits? Look at that. Look at the fuel difference. It may jump Zico ahead of Yannick in the pits. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. He's definitely staying behind for the meantime, isn't he? I think he's had an opportunity, well, more than enough opportunity to get past Yannick, but as I say, Yannick trying to look for top points in this round to try and sew up that 2nd place. I think he needs 22 points. Kellen up to 4th. He's picked up half a second's penalty, which will bring him once again back into the clutches of Tintin if Tintin doesn't manage to get past. So he's going to try and keep it clean now through this lap. Maybe retake that 4th position without having to work for it. Kada. So Kada now on a fresh set of hards, or he's, well, a fresher set of hards. I think he went for a fairly early pit stop, didn't he? Obviously pitting earlier than everyone else because he had the softs. Alessandro on fresh mediums. Capel also on fresh... Oh, that was Alessandro, sorry. Alessandro on fresh mediums. Capel also on fresh mediums. And Sam back in 9th with 4 seconds worth of penalty. What did you do, Sam? He must have gone over the pit line on the exit. Wait, what? Zico must have had a moment somewhere. Zico has dropped down behind BX Royal now. So Yannick still in the lead of the race with 3.3 second buffer over BX there in the 2nd place. He's got better fuel than BX as well. The Aston obviously drinks a bit more. BX has been absolutely flying though in this race. He's come from the back of the field. We saw him have that moment at the start. I'm not sure if he meant to do that. It looked like he was heading to the pits and then thought better of it. But he's currently sat in 2nd place. We have had a few pit stops already, so these guys here still yet to pit. Is that Aston going to make it to the pits? He's got a little way to go, hasn't he? In fact, we're through this turn here and then we're into the final sector, so he should have enough. Zico's definitely got more than enough, but I think he's probably going to want to get rid of them tyres. Tintin. It's going to be touch and go coming into this final sector now. He might be running on fumes as he enters the pits. Kellen looking all right behind him though. And obviously these guys have already pit. Will Alessandro become new race leader? He's got 39 seconds up ahead to Kellen, so we'll have to wait and see. So Yannick does now finally enter the pits, as does BX Royal, as does Zico. Tintin does actually manage to make it to the pits there. Oh, it's very touch and go there with the fuel. Kellen stayed out, his favourite trap position. He's going to try and make the overcut work. He will become your new race leader. And look at the difference in fuel. So Zico enters with 20, Yannick 12 litres, BX 6 and Tintin 2. So them guys are going to have to put a little bit more fuel in the car. You would presume. So it's going to take a little bit more time in the pits. So Kellen up into the lead of the race. Yannick is going to re-emerge. He's going to keep that second place. Where is Alessandro? So Zico re-emerges in third. Zico picks up 2 seconds worth of penalty. Come on, Zico. He has managed to jump BX. I thought he was going to jump Yannick as well, but Yannick still comes out ahead. As Zico underfueled the car. BX Royal 2.9 seconds off the back now of Zico. Alessandro up into fifth once again. Only 3 seconds off the back of BX, and that time is coming down. He's going to have them tyres switched on. BX is on a fresh set of racing soft, so as is Zico, as is Yannick. So Kellen still yet to pit. He's the last person to get his pit stop done. 27.2 seconds ahead of Yannick. Is that going to be enough? Not sure it's going to be enough. These guys on the fresh soft are going to be starting to close as well. Zico may drop into the clutches of BX behind in fourth place. Currently 3.4 seconds off the back of him. Alessandro 2.4 seconds off the back of BX. Cardo with half a second's penalty there. Currently in 6th place. Tintin 7th. Capel 8th. Sam, after serving that penalty, now 10 seconds off the back of the pack, but he has got that overall speed advantage along the straights. I'm sure he'll be able to reel the pack back in. So Kellen getting to experience the clean air now at the front. Nobody pressure him behind as well. So he's just trying to put in purple sectors. He's on very dead tyres, so he's probably not going to be doing any purple sectors. Trying to do the personal best maybe, but yeah, just keep it nice and consistent, nice and clean. This will be the lap he enters the pits. Is he going to have enough fuel? We're going to stay on board with Kellen, just because he's looking very, very low on fuel at the moment. I think he is starting to short shift a little bit, trying to conserve what very little fuel he has in that NSX. Is it going to cost him? Is the overcut going to cost him? Was that a bit of a mistake on his behalf to stay out for as long as he did? Oh, Kellen, no! That rear left tyre has left the chat. Just lost the traction on the rear there. Come on, Kellen. He's lost so much time there through that turn, through this final sector. At least a few seconds. He is going to make it to the pits though. That was lucky. Oh, that was very close indeed on that fuel. So Yannick actually only 12 seconds behind now. Where will Kellen re-emerge? He's surely going to be on a fresh set of softs for the final stint. So he's going to be on a fast tyre, and they're going to be a lot younger than the tyres around him. But what can he do now? This pit stop's going to feel like a lifetime for him. He's already dropped down to 4th, 5th. I think he should have picked that lap before, personally. Yeah, down to 6th now, down to 7th, down to 8th. That has cost him dearly. So BX up to 2nd place. After Zico serves his penalty. Zico still hot on his heels. And puts in a purple first sector. And he is going to be picking up the toe of that Aston up ahead. And BX starts covering off the inside. Or at least he did momentarily. Zico just thinks better of it. Trying to look for the better exit here. Through the exit of the first chicane. Still with a purple sector, but I would imagine that BX is probably putting purple sectors in also as he's staying just ahead of Zico. 3/10 is all that's in it. 3 seconds is the gap up ahead to first place though. And yeah, BX is 6/10 up. He currently holds the fastest lap as well. And look at that, he's shaven like 3/10 at that gap up ahead to Yannick. I think Yannick needs this win as well. I think BX may be able to move up the table in the final round here. He's on for some decent points this evening. Then BOP changes definitely have done the Aston a world of wonders. Because he was definitely on the back foot, wasn't he, at the start of the season? The gap up ahead as well has come down now to 2.2 seconds. Yannick, you're going to have to start putting your foot down, mate. You try and keep that gap consistent here on out. But BX aided by that charging Zico behind him. Zico maintaining that pressure. Then we have Alessandro in 4th place. Alessandro with a nice buffer at the moment. He's got 3.5 seconds to work with up ahead, which is coming down slowly. But he's got a nice, lovely 8.9 second lead over Tintin in 5th place. So Alessandro could be on for some decent points as well this evening. But Tintin's had a good drive as well, hasn't he? He got the win in the sprint. He's managed to make it through to 5th place at the moment. Starting at the back in the Mercedes AMG. And Capel currently 6th place. He's done alright in the R8 this season as Capel. Carter 7th. He's on the hards now as Carter. Sam there in 8th. Sam in a bit of no man's land at the moment. Kellen down in 9th. He's on process softs. Can he chip into that gap up ahead to Sam? He is closing, but is he closing fast enough? He's got 2 seconds, almost 2.5 seconds to find. It's less than that now. Almost 2 seconds to find in the final lap, final 2 laps. And that gap to the lead, only a second now. It's going to be a matter of time before BX starts to creep into that suck zone. As I say that, Yannick managed to find a couple of hundredths. He's not giving up easily. And neither Zico. .3 seconds back to Alessandro now. He's definitely closing on the top three, isn't he? But again, is it going to be... is he closing fast enough? Tintin currently 5 tenths ahead of Capel, but are them softs going to last? He should stay ahead actually, because Capel with half a second's penalty, he's going to close up onto the back of Tintin through the braking zone here, but he's going to lose any momentum he had. Although I think we're going to see a move. We're going to see a move come here from Capel. He moves up to the inside now. We're going to be coming to the little downhill sector soon. So it will turn into Tintin's... after this slight right-hander, into another slight right-hander. Capel has managed to move up into 5th place. He's going to lose that position once again to Tintin once he serves that penalty, but GG's Capel. Managed to make it stick, didn't he? Oh, as Tintin gets a little bit out of shape in the background. I think these two are going to be battling up to the end now. I think they've actually refined the penalty system now, because before you used to lose around a second. Oh, BX into the lead of the race now. And looking like he's trying to stretch his legs as well. He's managed to find a couple of attempts through the final sector into the final lap. Yeah, BX is having a laugh, isn't he? He's come from the back. In fact, yeah, so BX had that weird start, didn't he? And managed to carve his way through the field back up into 1st place, and he's only just opened a 1.4 second lead over Yannick in 2nd. Zico's going to sit behind Yannick now, I'm sure. Is he going to help with the bump draft? Come on, Zico, give Yannick the bump draft. You need to try and help him get onto the back of BX once again. We want to see a battle coming into this final few sectors, the final furlongs of this race. Well, I don't think we could have predicted this one. Looking like it could be a double podium and even a win here for BX in this feature. Then we have the 2 GTRs, currently 2nd and 3rd. Alessandro has started to close now. 1.2 seconds is the gap up ahead to Zico. What can he do? Can he shake up that podium? He's hungry for it. He's going to be slipping into the slipstream range. Here he comes. He's there. He's now in the tow. What can he do with the power of that Ford GT? We'll come back to that. Capel there in 5th place, but no, Capel with the penalty. He's going to lose that position now to Tintin, who is sat there in 6th place. Capel moves off the racing line. Does he? No, we're not coming up to the penalty line just yet. He's going to hold that line. Sam is currently 7th, Kellen in 8th, and Carter? What? Carter's having a paddy. A BX Royal. Like, if you've only just joined, guys, I've just seen the things jumped up to like 10 people. Go back and watch the start of this race, because BX, I swear, is this one. He looked like he was going into the pits. Like he opened up like a 2.8 second gap, I think, to the rest of the field, and he's managed to carve his way back through now. He's actually got the fastest lap on the board. 2.2 seconds ahead of Yannick. And Alessandro over the third now. Can he challenge for that 2nd place? He has managed to topple Zico off of the podium. What can he do here? In the final stages of this race, can he manage to get ahead of Yannick? We're going to have to go on board with BX though. BX is coming through the final sector as we speak. What an absolutely cracking race that BX has had in the feature and in the sprint as well. Yeah, insane stuff from BX in the Aston. He's going to take the win here and the checkered flag in the final feature of this season. GG's BX. Yannick 2nd place there. Alessandro 3rd. Zico will take 4th. We've got Tintin. That front left-hand tyre is ready to leave the chat now. He's going to take 5th place, holding off Capel to take 6th. Sam's going to bring it home in 7th place and runs out of fumes across the line. Kellen out of fuel there at the end. 8th place for Kellen, and Carter finishes in the pits. But GG's BX, what a race that was from BX. And Zico, give it up to Zico, your current Tier 1, or your new Tier 1 champion. The 2 GTR boys, Zico and Yannick, having an absolutely phenomenal season. The pair of them, rightly so. They've sewn up the manufacturers as well. Alessandro, what an absolutely cracking round that was for Alessandro in the Ford GT. Absolutely cracking stuff throughout the field once again. And as I say, with only 9 drivers, we still had some very exciting racing, so I hope you all enjoyed that one. But that was it, the final race of the season. Looks like they're all having a bit of a formation drive now. Obviously we're waiting for Carter should really come out of the pits and cross the line, but hey-oh. I presume the lobby will close soon, or we'll have a timer. So was that enough there at the end for Yannick to sew up 2nd place in the championship? You will have to keep your eye on them tables. I'm sure they'll be posted in the next day or 2, or maybe even this evening. I'm not too sure how quickly they get up. I know they're posted very quickly, so. And it is a beautiful car, isn't it, the Aston Martin? Yeah, so I think the timer's just going to keep going because Carter's in the pit, so we're going to exit there. Oh, there we go. So the results once again in that feature race was BX Royal managed to sew up the win there in the feature race, and he had the fastest lap for 4 minutes 5:58. Yannick finished in second place, Alessandro in third, Zico was fourth, we had Tintin in fifth, Capel in sixth, Sam in seventh, Kellen in eighth, and Carter DNF'd. Well, that was it, guys. That was season 17. I hope you all enjoyed this one. We've had some absolutely cracking racing. It's been so very close, hasn't it, this season? Indeed. Yeah, absolutely. Well, obviously you had your noticeable first and seconds from the GTR boys. They seem to be pretty much dominating every race. But, yeah, absolutely cracking stuff once again. I hope you join us again next season. I'm not sure how many weeks break. I think it's a week or two's break, and then back into it once again. I'm sure we see some familiar faces on grid, as well as some new ones as well. But yeah, this has been it from me, your boy Vexed. We'll be back again next season. See you then. Good night.